Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give a call Halal Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Wamalak Yahushua, right? And that's all praises to Yahweh, who the world only calls God, in the name of our King and Deliverer, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The topic of this video, rather, more of an exhortation, it's an exhortation or rebuke. But the topic of this video is called Stop Winking at Wickedness. Stop winking at wickedness. Right? Let's hop right into it. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 10. And it reads, "He that winketh with the eye causes sorrow, but a prating fool shall fall." Right? Basically, you must stop turning your eye to evil. Don't turn your eyes to evil things, right? To wickedness. Don't give the blind eye to it. Hey, rebuke it, right? Or get away from it, right? Because it doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what status, what rank, what camp, doesn't matter, right? If you see things that are evil, right? If you foresee something that's evil, you see your brother or you see your sister, doing something that perceives to be evil, speak up. Don't turn a blind eye to it, right? You're supposed to cry out against the wickedness, man, right? You see your brother smoking that cigarette, or he got that blunt wrapper, right, in his pocket, man, right? Hey, don't turn the blind eye to it like, oh, maybe that's so. Nah, you gotta, what's going on? What's that? You might be at a sister house and y'all cooking and you catch a bacon daggone bacon pack wrapper in the trash can. Hey, you gotta ask, inquire. Hey, don't turn a blind eye to it, right? Hey, you may have a head of your congregation or your elder, and you perceive them to be doing something that's wicked. Hey, speak up. Don't have respect to persons. Cry out, right? Inquire. Don't turn your blind eye to it, right? Pull up on that brother or on that sister, in secret, and ask them what's going on, right? Let me get this other precept in the book. Sirach. I don't intend for this video to be too long, just a quick exhortation and or rebuke, whatever applies. Salakia. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 2, and it reads, "Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent, for if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men." Right? You gotta flee from sin as you flee from the serpent, man. Right? Hey, you gotta stop tolerating. Don't tolerate under no degree, right? Or toy with any wickedness, man. But don't toy with sin, right? Don't toy with sin, man. And toying with wicked. Don't toy with sin and wickedness, man. Right? Because it says, it will bite thee. The teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. And a lion bite is hard, man. Right? When you get caught up in sin, it bites you hard, man. The residuals of it, it's gonna catch up with you, man, and it's gonna hit you hard, right? When you want to tolerate, right, and toy with sin, right, being bashful, because this person you may esteem this person more mightier than you, right? Or this sister more modest than you, or more humble than you, or this brother more this or more that than you, and they should know. No, ain't no. They should know better. Everybody in this truth, will fall. It's prophesied in the book of Proverbs, 24:16, if I'm not mistaken, right? Every man will fall, but the wicked will fall into mischief, right? It's prophesied. So they don't esteem somebody when you see their wickedness and have respect to persons. Don't esteem them. Oh, well, they should know. No. You see that and cry out. Last time I checked, it said in Isaiah 58:1, you gotta cry aloud and spare not. You gotta lift up your voice like a trumpet. Doesn't matter if they wear fringes. Doesn't matter if they at every camp, if they at every street teaching, right? At every camp, at every feast day, right? If they are a leader of a congregation, right? If they are elder, right? It doesn't matter, right? If you see wickedness, hey man, you gotta save that brother or sister's soul, man. And ultimately saving yours, like it said in Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17 through 19, man. Right? You gotta speak out, man. Stop tolerating the wickedness. Stop tolerating the folly. Right? Get this other book of Proverbs. Back to the book of Proverbs. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17, and verse number 15, and it reads, "He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination." It's like it. Even they both are abomination. It's like it. Let me read it from the top. "He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh." Right? So if you stand, when you tolerate wickedness, and you put up with evil things, right? And you stand against the just, man. You stand against the just, and you stand against righteousness when you tolerate and put up with folly, and you wink at it, and you never mind it, and you try to turn a blind eye to it, and you justifying wickedness, meaning you standing against the righteous, man. And if you standing against the righteous, and you standing against the Lord, man. When you do these things, man, you gotta be mindful that you can't turn a blind eye, right, to wickedness, man, right? Because you do that, you're standing against the Most High. And we know that our arms too short to box with the Lord, man, right? And we know that sin, like it said in the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 2, the teeth of sin, is like the teeth of a lion, man. It's going to bite hard. And the Lord hits hard, right? When you turn turning your a blind eye to wickedness, you justifying it, right? As a matter of fact, that's like what they do in these courthouses, man. In this tarnished justice system, man. An accessory to the fact, man. Right? You turning your eye to that folly. You turning your eye to that wickedness. It's like you did it too. It's like you did it too. Like it said in Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 18, man. Right? If you spoke not, I gotta just get it, because I had to quoted it 2 times. Let me get it. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, and verse 18. And it reads, "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand." Right? Because the Most High God, he told you, right, to turn away from the wickedness, or you're going to surely die. And you know, right? But what you do? You just keep it for yourself, and you turn a blind eye to them. You tolerating the wickedness because you respect this brother too much, or you love that sister too much, and it prefers your judgment. Causes you to, man, you know what? It's No, ain't no. It's all right. Ain't no. Hey, throw it. Hey, turn a blind eye, turn your head, and why they do wicked. No, ain't no. It's none of that. You can't turn your blind eye to wickedness, man. Because if you do that, like it said in Proverbs chapter 17, hey, if you justify the wicked, you stand against the righteous, man. You standing against the elect, the 1/3. You standing against Yahushua. Ultimately, you standing against all of the law. You standing against all of the minor, major prophets. You standing against everything. You standing against the Most High, man. When you justify the wicked. And that's what the Most High said, right? If you speak is not to warn the wicked, after he told you you could die, and if you speak is not to warn the wicked, right? Your brother, right? That's in wickedness. Your sister, right? That's in wickedness, right? That brother or sister that's doing things that are evil and you speak not against it, or you perceive something and you see that spirit and you don't inquire. You keep your mouth shut. You turn a blind eye. You keep you zip your lip and you lock it up and you throw away the key, right? That's what the Most High God gonna. That same wicked man, right, old sister, right, is gonna die in their wickedness and their iniquity, right? But guess what? The Most High God is gonna require the blood at your hands, right? You gotta save your soul, right? At the same time you save your soul, you gotta save others, right? Nevertheless, let me get this other precept. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 5. In verse number 20. And it reads, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Right? Right? So when you do that, right, when you, like I was bringing out in Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 15, right? When you justify wickedness, right, you stand against the righteous. You shame, like it says right here, right? And you shame righteousness, right? That's people who call evil good, right? You shame righteousness and you glorify evil, man, right? And the Lord is going to get up with those that do that, man. When you turn your eye blind, you wink at wickedness, and you wink at wickedness, man, right? AKA you turn the blind eye to it. Hey, that means you glorifying evil. You somewhat like that. You somewhat like that wickedness. And you call evil good, but you call the good evil. Right? Excuse me. God, I'm gonna read on. It said, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Right? You become wise in your own eyes. And the Lord said, woe to them that become wise in their own eyes. Right? Because you don't perceive it, well, it's not that bad. I mean, man, it's just a little bit of evil. She ain't do it that much. I mean, hey, everybody falls short, right? Man, hey, ain't none of that, man. Stop justifying the wicked, man. Stop justifying wickedness, man. Stop turning a blind eye to evil. Stop winking at wickedness, man. Right? Let me get this other precept in the book of Ezekiel. They just took a little piece. They just stole a little something. Ain't no stole or took a little. No, ain't no just a little bit of wickedness. It was just a little bit. They ain't go hard. No, ain't no any amount of evil, any amount of wickedness the Lord ain't dealing with. Right? And when you become wise in your own eyes and prudent in your own counsels, man. Greatly paraphrasing. Let me go back to that again. I don't want to misquote that. I want to read it again. Isaiah 5:20, 5:21. It said, woe to them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. right? When you become prudent in your own sight, when you think that the little bit of, that the folly, that the evil, that the wickedness that they've done doesn't need to be spoke against. No matter if it was a serious matter, doesn't matter if it was a great matter or a small matter. Any amount of evil, any amount of wickedness, right, is an abomination in the eyes of the Lord. Right? And when you become wise in your own, like it says right here, wise in your own eyes, right? And prudent in your own sight, hey, you think you got the eyes of the Lord. You thinking that, hey, you could make a boss move like the Most High. Who the hell are you? Do what the Lord told you, right? And speak out against the wickedness, man. Right? Let me get this in Ezekiel. Go back to Ezekiel chapter 3. Because this is what it do in verse 19. It says, Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 19, it said, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right? So, hey, when you do speak out against the wickedness, when you, no matter what amount of evil, no matter what amount, if it was a great matter or a small matter, it doesn't matter. We are commanded as servants of the Most High to speak out against this, to speak out against all manners of wickedness, to not wink at it, to not wink at it. Speak out against it. Rebuke it. Right? That's what we are commanded to do as servants of the Most High, whether you be a man or a woman or a child. Right? When you come into the knowledge of this truth, you have to do with the Lord, the will of the Lord, and that's keep the commandments. Anything outside of that is madness and folly. Your life belongs to the Lord. Your very existence is of the Lord. He requires that you do these things. Right? So if you speak out, if thou warn the wicked, and you turn in that wicked man, that if you warn the wicked, right, you warn them of their wickedness and their folly, right, and they don't listen, hey, get the hell away from them, or else they're gonna drag you down too. Right? Or else they're gonna drag you down too. Because if this man or woman don't turn from their wicked way, right, they're gonna die in their iniquity. Because you warned them and they didn't listen, you delivered your soul. You keep tolerating and you keep winking at, turning a blind eye to the madness, to the folly, you're going to end up with them. You keep justifying them. You justifying wickedness, meaning you justifying wickedness. You justifying wickedness, meaning you hate righteousness, man. Right? Nevertheless, let me get this last precept in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, in verse number 4. And it reads, and Yahweh said unto them, go through the midst. And Yahweh said unto them, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations, right? For all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. Right? The Most High God will set a mark upon those that cry out against the abominations, that cry out against the wickedness, The Most High God, he spares you. That's what he said in Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 19. You spared your soul because you cry out against it. You didn't wink at it, right? You're not glorifying the wicked and shaming the righteous. You shame righteousness when you glorify wickedness. But the Most High, and he spares those. He's going to spare those instead of he's going to mark you for doing that. He's going to mark you in a good way when you are those that sincerely cry out against the abominations within the cities, within your families, within your households, right? Within your congregations, man. Right? Cry out against these abominations so the Most High God can set a mark upon you and spare your soul from death. But nevertheless, Lord willing, this was edifying. And y'all should y'all take these precepts and y'all think about it, man. 2 Corinthians 13:5, examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Right? Examine yourself and ask yourself, am I winking at wickedness? Stop winking at wickedness. Shalom.